Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. My name is Alex. I'm here with Ches and Don. We're outside Stamford Bridge. We've just lost 1-0 against Aston Villa. I'll start with you, Don. It's funny actually. We spoke last season.
Great
when we were.
sacked.
That's it, man.
Oh man, listen, I've been saying the same thing week after week, man. Whether you catch me on the terrace, whether you catch me on shows with Jem, whether you catch me on Never a Foul, we're not going to go anywhere with this lineup. Do you know what I mean? It's too negative. It's way too negative, you know? Playing people out of position. Levi, Gallagher in the pivot, Silva still on this pitch. It just doesn't make any sense, man. And today, again, it's the same sort of problems, We're creating clear-cut chances today, but then we're not taking them. Do you know what I'm saying? But I was saying to Ches throughout the whole game, right? Because we was watching us building from the back. And I'm constantly saying, listen, it's too stale right now. Things aren't moving quickly the way they need to, the way they were seeing it in pre-season. Change something up at half-time. When you brought Palmer on, you saw the difference straight away. When you put Chilwell at left-back, you see the difference straight away. When you're playing Levi at centre-back, you're seeing the difference straight away. Football is not a difficult game. Do you know what I'm trying to say? The basics that you can do is putting people in their natural position. And Poch ain't doing that. And like I said right now, we're not going to build like that. We're definitely not going to build like that because you're playing people in the wrong position. People would tell me, oh, Gallagher plays well, he does all of this. We know the hard work Gallagher gives us off the ball. But when I'm watching him in that first phase, simple things like his body shape. He doesn't know how to shape his body in a way where he's receiving it on a half turn and able to turn. What he does every single time he receives the ball, he goes backwards and puts the defenders under pressure. Do you know what I mean? It's all side to side or just backwards. It's too safe. We're playing Enzo in the 10. Are you surprised that we've had two shocking performances from Enzo in a row? Because we're playing the guy out of position. Do you know what I mean? You can't be spending 115 million on a Casado and playing him next to Conor Gallagher, right? A guy that doesn't get into any top six side that we're facing up against right now. It doesn't make any sense. And I'm not blaming him for the loss today. All I'm saying is the quality that he has is not Chelsea level, right? We can't be playing people out of position to warrant for Conor Gallagher, right? And making him our captain. So we need to revert back to basics. Put a pivot of Enzo and Caicedo. Put Palmer in that 10 because at least he brings them attacking threat. He looks like he's got that end quality. On the ball, he can actually retain it as well. These are little things that he can do, man, and he's not doing it. He's not being brave enough. Like Lewis said, he's being a pussy right now. So it's not going to get better if we carry on with this lineup, innit? It's just not. It's just not. It's going to be the same thing over and over again, which is insanity. You can't expect different results when you're putting out the same lineups week after week. It's not going to change.
No, you're definitely not wrong there, man. I mean, Ches, coming to you, mate. Obviously, a lot of frustration. You're like me. You didn't drink today.
Yeah, sober.
So, I mean, we can have a level-headed opinion on this. Yeah. Is it as bad as people are saying?
It is, because we've seen the same thing now for the end of last season and the beginning of this season, where we're not setting up correctly, the players aren't clinical, the chemistry's not there, the cohesion's not there, the injuries are there, the injuries pile up. It's a lot of things coming into one. It all stemmed from before Roman was here, and then we changed the ownership. It stemmed from then. It's very frustrating that we got a manager we thought was going to be progressive, thought was going to get the young players playing together, and he's not doing what everyone can see can work. And I know the game isn't played on paper. I know that. I'm not stupid, but on the pitch, you can clearly see when Palmer came on, did he not make a difference today?
Yeah, definitely.
Did he not make a difference?
And that was with 10 men as well.
He came on with 10 men, good touches, passes around the corner. He set up the chance for Chilwell. What do you think Chilwell did? Missed the opportunity. We scored these half chances. Go on.
Cole Palmer created more chances and registered more successful attacking third passes than any other Chelsea player in 22 minutes. But guess what's going to happen, Alex? He'll start on the bench again next game and play Gallagher in the pivot again.
That leads to my point. That's why, if it's crisis mode, it will be. For example, if he keeps doing this, gets to game 10, same thing, draws here and there, losses here and there. That's not good enough. We're Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea fans have fucking expectations. This ain't good enough. I don't care about Conor Gallagher running around working hard, yeah? You need to bring something to the table. Palmer came on, showed more than fucking 10 minutes like Gallagher did the whole game. Why? Why are you playing him next game as well then? And he'll play against Brighton, and then he'll play against Fulham, then he'll play... Bro, like... And I'm not...
Captain Connor, they call him now.
Yeah, 100%. This isn't me slating Gallagher as an individual. Let's make that clear. I'm not slating him as a person. I'm just saying, Poch, wake up. Palmer did a lot better. Sterling should be playing on the left or the right. Keep him there. Jackson again. Poor. It's just a combination of things, man. It's not that hard to tweak these individual things. Put players in the right position and shock horror. We scored a goal at the end.
Yeah. Do you guys not think though that usually we're winning these games, right? We're building the momentum. Let's say there's players like Palmer who maybe aren't getting the game time. they can just settle into the squad and the fans are okay with that because we're still picking up points. But because we're dropping points every week, everyone wants to change here now all the time. And even if we're still not winning games when it comes.
And this is the problem that I've got as well as the lineups, right? If you're going to play this lineup and you can clearly see that it's not working, be proactive. Don't be reactive. Do you get what I'm saying? At half time, that first half, it didn't work. Okay, at half time, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to put Ben Chilwell at left back. I'm going to put Levi at centre back. I'm going to take off an extra centre back because we don't need 3 centre backs on the pitch. What's the point of playing the Caicedo? What's the point of spending 150 million on a guy that's meant to be the ball winner in that midfield and not making him earn his money? What is the point in that, Alex? We've actually got a CDM that's going to protect the back 4, but we still feel the need to play 3 centre backs. It doesn't make any sense. There were so many times today I'm watching Silva picking up the ball in a position where Levi should have been picking up the ball. What Silva does when he gets it, right? He plays it into the midfield. What Levi could have been doing today is looking at Mudryk and on his back. On his back. Do you get it? At Brighton, that's what he was doing at left centre-back. And when he came on, in the second half, when he went at centre-back, he looked a lot comfortable. He looked a lot better there because the angles are different from when you're playing at left-back to when you're playing at left centre-back. These are things which will help the players. These are young players. You need to build a foundation. You need to have a base for them to build from. And they will never progress if you're playing them out of position. It will never work.
And on that, if he's doing what Don's saying, we understand could work, right? If he plays Cole centre-back, Chilwell left-back, Palmer in the 10, and we're playing like this and we don't score, then you look at the players and go, you guys need... They usually finish the chances anyway, but then you could look at it and go, he's doing what he can, the players seem to improve, they're young. But saying, Bowley's bought too much, you shouldn't have spent... Bro, they're good players. If you put them in the correct positions, they'll perform. And if you don't put them in the right position, they won't perform, and then you get crap like we saw today, and last week, and the week before that, and the week before that.
Let me just ask you one more question then. This is the last question.
Yeah.
Is Pochettino going to change, or do you think he's just going to keep doing the same mistakes?
Listen, he keeps using injuries as an excuse, yeah? I don't know whether he means Lavia or Badiashile. He keeps talking about, we haven't got everyone available. But I'm not hearing that excuse, Alex, because we've got more than enough quality right now to just play people in their normal position. And just try it for a few games. If it doesn't work, cool, whatever. But give these guys the best opportunity to build a bit of chemistry, build a bit of cohesion, build a bit of, finesse. Because even like right now, Jackson, I'm looking at him on the pitch and the guy's lacking confidence now. He's lacking a lot of confidence now.
Such a difference to pre-season.
Exactly, such a big difference. And what I've realised is we do the same pattern. We just keep going wide right. And I said to Ches during the game, it's like we cross with our eyes closed. Everyone gets on the wing and they just whip it in for whipping in sake. I'm looking at Chilwell today. There was a few phases right where he could have kept the ball for a little bit longer and then whipped it. We're just doing it to just hope and pray. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Hope and pray, because there's no one ever in the box, so we just get it in there and whip it in.
It's mad as well because they were great crosses. That's the thing. There were some really good balls and nobody was there to meet them.
No one's there. The decision making's poor. The timing of the crosses is poor. I mean, Mudryk was good today when he was, actually driving at his man on the wing. One thing that I said to Ches before the game is Dinya and Matty Cash, you can get at them on the wing. I want our wingers to get at them. Sterling was poor today. He was poor today, man. I know he tried to create in parts, but overall, retaining that ball, he wasn't safe with it. Mudryk was better than him, in my opinion, to be honest with you today. So, Poch needs to revert back to basics, man, because if it carries on, it's getting toxic already, man. Do you know what I mean? 5 points out of 18. Alex, 5 points out of 18, bro. And we've had Luton, we've had Forest, we've had Aston Villa, Liverpool, okay, cool, fair enough. Luton. Come on, we've got 5 points in 18.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough.
I mean, just to finish off, got Brighton next.
During the week.
How do you see that going?
Boy, it's a cup game. Anything can happen, right? But I can't see us going to Stamford Bridge and even playing that well. I think Brighton will play us at the park and we'll be lucky to get a win. We played Aston Villa today, who lost during the week to a Europa League team, who, where the hell they play, I think Poland, and we lost, and they lost. And we came here, played the same way, and we lost. So there's nothing to tell me we're going to play them at home and beat them. So back to your question you asked Don earlier, is he going to change it? I think he'll be forced to, because I think these injuries and stuff like that force him to put players in that position. I'm hoping that, and we see how it goes, but it's not looking good.